Hey everybody, this is Josh with Down to the Roots and welcome to my channel. Today I figured I'd just do a real quick video on the seed starting mix that I use. Now it's not the cheapest seed starting mix you can make, but it has plenty of nutrients in it and works real good for tomatoes, peppers, stuff like that you'll be starting indoors to put out into your yard the next year. But I'm working on a cheaper version that's made out of my homemade vermicompost or worm compost, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to do a video later on it with doing a side-by-side comparison. That way we can see if it holds up to this stuff. But I've been using it for a few years now. It works real good. I've already got some of my tomatoes started here and a couple of onions and stuff started that we'll be using this year. So basically it has three simple ingredients. The first ingredient is coconut coir. It's the outside fiber of a coconut whenever they harvest it. So it's a renewable resource and it's pH neutral, which is really important. But it's just a real good grow medium. The next ingredient is Fox Farms Ocean Forest potting mix. That's a really good potting mix. It's kind of expensive, but has all kinds of good stuff in it. It has worm castings in it. It has I think bat guano, fish emulsions, just stuff like that in it. So it's a really good potting mix. But it's a little bit strong for your seedlings, so that's why I mix it with the coconut coir and stuff to dilute it down a little. And the last ingredient is perlite. And I buy it in this big old bag because it's a whole lot cheaper that way. But it's basically just a styrofoam looking stuff that you see in most potting mixes. It's a superheated volcanic rock, I think. But don't hold me to that. But that's pretty well the ingredients. You just mix them together in a 1:1 to 1/2 ratio. But let me bring you in a little closer here and I'll show you how I mix it up and everything. Now that I've got you in a little closer here, I'll show you how you mix it up. I'm going to use a 1 quart mixing container. You can get these in any box store, anything, any place like that, but you can use anything you want. You can use a gallon size container, whatever you want, as long as you do it 1:1 to 1/2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take me a quart of my coconut coir. This is rehydrated already. It comes in a compacted dry brick. You just put it in water and let it soak for a while, and it will soak up the water and fluff up like this. And you just wring all the excess moisture out of it if you use too much water. But I like to put mine in a little extra water in case there's any sand or salts or anything like that in it. You can get them washed out, and then I'll just pull it out and wring it out and throw it in this bucket. That's what I've done with this. But so I'll take 1 quart of it. Now it don't have to be exact as long as it's close, but 1 quart of coconut coir. Put it in my bucket. And then I've got 1 quart of my Fox Farms Ocean Forest potting mix in here. And you can see it's already got some perlite in it, and it's really dark, so you know it's got plenty of nutrients in it. But it's really good potting mix. Once you put that quart in there, and I like to add a little extra perlite. So that's 1 part coconut coir, 1 part Ocean Forest potting mix, and then 1/2 part, which will be 1/2 quart or 16 ounces. You can see the ounce mark. That helps with your ratios really good. This is actually a, I think a paint mixing cup. I believe what it is. And roughly 16 ounces or 1/2 quart. So that is your mixing ratio, 1:1 to 1/2. Then all you do is just mix it around really good. Now I usually mix it up in big batches and just keep it stored in a Rubbermaid tote with a lid on it so no fungus, gnats, or anything like that to get into it. Just basically keep an eye on it, make sure it stays moist. So this is live organic potting soil that I'm using to start this, so it's got beneficial bacteria and stuff like that in it, which helps out a whole lot with your little seedlings. But that's pretty well it. You end up with a really good loose seed starting mix, but you can squeeze it as hard as you want and it just busts right apart. So, makes a real good mix. The roots can go through it real good, and has plenty of nutrients in it, so you really don't have to fertilize your plants before they go out in the garden. It just gives them a really good start. But that's pretty well it. So thanks for tuning in. Subscribe and like this video. Just leave any questions, comments, or suggestions in the comment box below. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.